What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Coffee with Jimmy. And for today's episode, I'm going to talk about something I'm very passionate about, which is lighting. Now, lighting is extremely important. When I first picked up photography, I realized that no matter how much I spent on my camera or my lens, it really boils down to how well the subject is lit. And if it's not lit appropriately, the photo doesn't come across professional, clean, or crisp. And we're all working from home today, right? I mean, with Zoom and Teams, and the way our images come across for our customers and our peers are more important than ever. And not having the appropriate lighting, you really look very washed out, or your skin tone or color doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem professional, crisp, or clean. And it boils down to good lighting. And I found this one company called Lume Cube. They make several type of lightings, and this is my top choice. I'm not paid by Lume Cube by any ways, but I own 3 of their products. I want to share my experience with Lume Cube and the combination that might work best for your office space. So here we go. Here are the 3 lights that I use from Lume Cube. The first one is the Lume Cube 2.0, and this is the platform that really started it all for this company, the Lume Cube, the first version, and that's what photographers around the world fell in love with, because it's a small, dense, compact light, good battery, tons of filter opportunities that you can really add on for colors and effects. And so it comes with this plate here, the version that I bought. I put the soft filter on it, and took me a while to figure out which direction this cap actually goes on, but you see the curve there, the logo, that's and the other side is flat. That's how you know which orientation to put this on. But I really like this light for I use it for it's called rim lighting. Really place it on the top left side where I am. The camera's on the right side, so it gives a nice fuller effect when you have this light as rim lighting. So that's what I use this light for. This Lume Cube, this is my it's called the panel mini, and this is what you've seen that they advertise for the web conference kit. This is a great light if you were to just use it for your laptop or everyday on the go, and it has a suction cup that comes with it that's really sticky, by the way. It will stick to really any surface, and you can change how bright the light goes from 5% all the way to 100. It's usually I stick this particular light, I go about 20%. And from a color perspective, because of my skin tone, it will differ from user to user, but I stick with about 4300, which is an ideal color temp for my skin tone, but for you it could be less or more to really create that natural effect. So I'm not going to go over all the specs, but it goes all the way down to 3200, so very bronzy, all the way to a cool white, which is 5600. So it's really nice that you have the adjustments, and I highly recommend, if you were to get any light, that you have adjustment, because not everyone's skin tone is exactly the same, or the room lighting's the same. So you do want that flexibility if you were to buy a light. So I keep this around 20%, 4300 for my laptop if I carry it on the go, and it's just a really very nice build. You would think this costs a lot more than it does, and this goes for about $69 or so, which is not bad. It comes with a whole kit, but that price could change. So the next one I want to go over is, if you just want you don't want multiple lights in your room, you just want a single one, then I would highly recommend just going with the Panel Go. This is a bigger light compared to the Mini. The Go really is, if you were just do a single light setup, it's very soft because it's pretty powerful, and you don't need to go all the way to 20%. Honestly, just a single light at 5% is more than sufficient to light you and your backdrop. So again, I stick about 5% based on my skin tone. I do 43, and depending on the lighting of the day, I could change it to 41 or 42. So same thing, it goes all the way from 3200K all the way up to 5600K, because it's a dual color LED. And the battery on this, look at 5%. It's showing right now, I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's 13 hours. So if you're not plugged in, no worries, you can plug in on a nightly basis. But me, I like to have them all plugged in. So the videos that I've used, I'm going to show you a clip in a bit of what it looks like in the dark. But I use this for my rim lighting. So I place this on the top left corner, and I suction this to the really the windowsill or the wall, and that creates a rim lighting effect. And if you don't know what rim lighting is, you can search about it. There's tons of videos about it, and that creates a very natural and 3D effect, so you don't look 2D with just a single light coming from a fixture. Then I also use this for the main lighting for the on top of the camera. That gives me you know, really just a very soft glow in the light, and then gives it looks like a natural. No matter what time of the day I use this light, it really looks the same on image. So it's very consistent, and it's a very powerful light. I just don't let this size dictate how well these lights will light up the room. I mean, I thought about buying those big you know, panel light on Amazon that's about, you know, this big in size, and it's just really bulky, and I wanted a solution that really just get away from that. So that's how I really discovered Lume Cube, and I started using their product. So really you can use a combination between the two of these, or two of these, or this and this. You can't go wrong, or just have two panel, but this have a better reach. So this acts as a better rim lighting in my opinion, because it's more of a focus beam. So we can see how the beam, that one throws it wide, but if you pull this filter out, it's a more focused beam. And the panel mini here, right? So one complaint I do have about the Lume Cube product, all right? So every products, nothing's perfect, right? So one complaint I do have, the app sucks. So you can download the app to try to connect to this Bluetooth, doesn't work. So I tried it. I have an iPhone 12 Pro, and just really can't pick this light up. I didn't bother to call customer service, because you can really change the brightness by just pressing the actual button. But if you try to really connect this via Bluetooth, it's just not gonna work. So that's just me. Your experience could be different, but that's my biggest complaint and the only complaint. But otherwise, great light. I really don't care for the Bluetooth connectivity too much, because I just like, you know, the light to use for what it is. I don't really need to connect and change other variables or do anything fancy. Really, the lights I just want to change the color, and with this you can't really change the color by controlling any of these, just really how bright it is, but you can change it by changing the filter. So it comes with a couple filters, and I just use this diffusion light filter. Works pretty well for the rim lighting, or you can remove it. But overall, that's my take on these lights. And again, if you want that 3D look, you need two of them, to be honest. But if you just want something that's better than what you have at home to fight any background light, or so you won't look so washed out, just grab a single one of these two right here, and you'll be good. So this is the Lume Cube Panel Go with the Lume Cube 2.0 on the top left corner. The Panel Go is at 5%, 4300K, and the Lume Cube 2.0 is at the minimum light setting with the diffusing filter. This is just the Lume Cube Panel Go, 5%, 4300K. This is a Lume Cube Panel Mini and a Lume Cube 2.0. The Mini is illuminated at 5%, 4300K, and the 2.0 is at the minimum light setting with the diffuser. This is the Lume Cube Mini only, 15%, 4300K. This is the Lume Cube 2.0 only with the diffusing filter, lowest light setting. Hey YouTube, we just finished testing all the Lume Cube lightings that I've owned, which is the Lume Cube 2.0, Lume Cube Panel Mini, and the Lume Cube Go. Please let me know which combinations that I tested in pitch dark condition, 11 o'clock at night, without any surrounding lighting. Which combination was your favorite? Right now I'm using the Lume Cube Panel Go 5% 4300K and the Lume Cube 2.0 on the top left against the wall there. And that's a setup it's my go-to at the moment, but really just trying to test out though. So if you see anything different that I didn't see, that maybe the other combination might look better, let me know. But as far as other lighting for your background, I recommend some sort of lighting above your head, behind you, that creates additional ring or silhouette lighting, and have some sort of LED Edison bulb behind you, turn on down at the lowest setting. It creates an interesting environment for your audience or your co-workers or customers as a conversational point that you really just have an ideal space and an interesting space, your office. With us all working from home, it's really there's no need to have a boring background. Just you can throw some stuff together with fairly inexpensive, and I can talk about that, my background, my next video. So thank you again. Please subscribe and for other follow-up meetings, videos on how to really succeed in Zoom and team meetings moving forward.